Well, good evening, everybody. We're going to wait just a couple more minutes to let people get on. We are recording this meeting, so just so you know, but we will get started here with David at Jostens and a few other faculty members that have some information for you about graduation. And we're very excited that you're here, so thank you. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes.
Can we put on a fall? Maybe knocked out.
Dude, I ain't too much.
Person labeled as Jenna, just so you know, I'm not able to mute you for some reason, but you're unmuted.
Looks like Harry Coleman is also unmuted.
Okay. There we go. Thank you. All right. Well, I think it's probably time for us to get started. So welcome senior parents and seniors to our online version of our class meeting for graduation information for the class of 2022. A very exciting time for us. I can't believe, everything that your kids have gone through. We're finally here talking about graduation, and it's super duper exciting. Tonight, we're going to turn it over here in just a few minutes to our Jostens rep, so that he can go over all of the things that students need for participation in our graduation ceremonies. And then Carissa Chisholm is also here to talk to you about any of the college and career or graduation related requirements that your students need to take care of as well. Before I turned it over to those guys, I did want to show you where you can find the most up-to-date senior related information. I'm going to share my screen real quick. This is the way you get to it. So from the St. Helens High School page, if you go to the activities page, just click right there on activities. And then from there, you're going to see a bunch of drop-down menus at the top. You can find the graduation 2022 page. And that is where you're going to see all of the most up-to-date information for your seniors that you're going to need. Very soon, we're going to be releasing what we call the senior timeline, which has all of the important dates throughout the year that seniors need to know about. Everything from when they turn in their senior photos for the yearbook to when they turn in baby photos for the slideshow and all of the graduation related events and things like that. That will be here at the top of the page very, very soon as we get it finalized. We're very, very close to having that finalized. And as you can see, I already put the information for today's meetings here. So as we have more detailed information about events and reminders and things like that, everything will go onto this one page. You can also write it down and I'll drop it in the chat for you so that you can also just bookmark it, because that should be your one-stop shop for it. The other places that you can look for reminders if you are not following us is the ASB Facebook page. So you should be following us. It's called the official ASB Facebook page for the high school, and then we're also on Instagram as well. All the links to those social media pages, I've got to admit, people, you can actually find right here off the home tab. So you're going to see the social media links page right here, and that will take you to our Facebook and our Instagram. We don't use the Twitter as much. We found that the students and the parents weren't really using the Twitter very much, but the ASB Facebook page is a great place for us to do reminders. And I know that Senior Class President Molly Wielden has set up a Senior Class Instagram page as well that your students can easily find in Instagram and follow to for reminders. But that is where we're going to have the bulk of our information, is in those couple of places. So again, I'll pull up the graduation page and we'll have that coming up here very, very soon. Okay. Carissa, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hi, so I just wanted to give a quick reminder that every senior is required to do a senior check-in with me. They've all received an email and many of them a second request. So I haven't heard from about half of them, but they do need to email me and sit down and do basically conduct a meeting that talks about their post-secondary planning and the graduation requirements. We have 4 required requirements this year from Oregon Department of Education. So each student will need to complete those before graduation. So just email me and we can set up that meeting. I can do it on Zoom in the evening, or we can meet in person, however you're most comfortable. And I also have an Instagram page, which is SHHS _college_career, I believe it is. But most of my updates will go out on that Instagram page as well. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or to schedule those meetings.
All right, and we'll turn it over to Dave from Jostens.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. Parents, to you, I'm wondering if you remember 13 years ago when your son or daughter started their school journey. Remember that first day of school, dropping them off at school or putting them on the school bus? Well, now the 13 years is coming to an end and it's time to start that celebration for what they've achieved and accomplished over the last 13 years. So tonight I'm going to talk about different items, caps and gowns, graduation announcements, and class rings with you. It is your option to decide exactly what you want to order. I'm going to start first and show you our website, and then I'm going to come back out and show you some information that was actually handed out to students last week, Thursday, information packet that they should have brought home by now. But if you go to jostens.com, it'll ask you for your school name, and you type in St. Helens High School and it'll bring up our website. And from there you can drop down. So I'm going to walk you through here, but you're going to come to 4 tiles basically. The first one is going to be the class rings, and I'll come back to that in a second. But the main important one is the graduation announcement one, which would open up. I think it'll open up for me. It is, okay. So once you hit that, the graduation tab, it's going to bring you into all the different graduation items. The first thing it will show you though is announcement packages. So you have an option of ordering one of these packages you'd like to. All of them do include the cap, gown, tassel, and stole in it. Also shown right across the top. But each one has different items. Some have graduation announcements. Some have photo cards. So there's a lot of different options on that opening page if you want to order announcements and you want to do it in a package. Now there's other ways too. So you can go beyond that and then go to shop graduation products as you move down on the screen. And now what it's going to bring up is cap and gowns. So if you're looking at just ordering a cap and gown, if you come to this as the second click, once you're on our site, you actually have 3 different cap and gown packages. Now, what you actually need for graduation, as you page down a little bit, is the cap, gown, tassel, and stow unit. That's the only thing that you need for graduation to participate in, your son or daughter. So you can order that individually right here if you'd like to. I'm also going to show you, if you have a gown already, you can order just the stow for graduation and the cap and tassel. So that's on our website also for you to do that. Now I'm going to point out in these packages, and you'll see this in announcement packages too, parents, that all of them offer you a choice of tassel. That means not only do they get the tassel that's in that cap and gown and tassel and stow unit, but now they have a choice of a second tassel. Our announcement packages all have these extra tassels in them too. There's a mascot tassel, which would be the lion tassel. This shadow status is a black year date with sparklies or cubic zirconias in them to add sparkle. There's this plain status tassel, which would be done in gold in your case. There's the shadow stacked, which would be a black year date also with elongated 2022 year date. And then the stacked tassel, which would be done in gold. Now the souvenir tassel shown there is actually the tassel that comes with all the caps and gowns. So if you order a cap, gown, tassel, and stow unit, that tassel will come with it. And if you order a cap and tassel, that tassel will come with that particular item also. Now, if you want to order announcements and stuff individually, if you haven't ordered an announcement package, you can now page down here. We do show the picture of the official announcement for the class of 2022 here at St. Helens High School. And when we come back to my screen, I'll show you, I'll fold open the whole announcement for you. Name cards are included in all the announcement packages, parents. If you're ordering individually, your son or daughter's name's not printed in that announcement. So you might consider ordering these. They will come in the same charcoal paper as the announcement, and your son or daughter's name would be engraved in a white ink on that particular paper. For your benefit also, all the announcements come with 2 envelopes. I know parents are always wanting to know that. I'm going to page down here because there's some interesting things that are available in one of the packages, in the Lions package. See if I can pull it up here. But if you notice in that particular package, there's going to be custom envelope seals, which is going to have the school crest on it that can go on the back of the envelopes. It's going to also have custom return address labels where we put the school seal with your son or daughter's name and address. And then there's also a custom thank you note in that package where the school crest is printed on that particular item also. So that is available in the Lions package. It is available individually too, so you can order those individually also. And then there's going to be a lot of items. If you, going back to the tassels real quick, sorry to jump around, but the tassels, if you order online and you do that before the 16th of November, your son or daughter can actually see us at the school on the 16th from 7:30 to 1:30, and we can give them that particular tassel so they can hang that in their windshield of their car or truck. So that is an item we'll hand out early. Now, these other apparel items, if you'd like to order these, and these are all year dated for your son or daughter to wear around and let people know that they're graduating with the class of 2022, those will ship directly to your home and hopefully in about 2 to 3 weeks. So that's our website where you can order individually, you can order packages, you can order just a cap and gown if need be. And if you have a gown, you can order just the stolen and cap and tassel. So now I'm going to go back at it. While I'm in the website, if you go on our website and order, you will need a credit card. There is 2 different payment plans. One is 3 months and one is 4 months. So Jostens can bill that credit card either over 3 months or from 4 months, or you can pay in full, whatever you choose on our website. So now I'm going to come back out and I'm going to talk to you live. Because if you order in school, you have some options here also. And the reason it's nice to be back in the school is a lot of times, because I know holiday season's coming up, sometimes money's just short at times of the year. So on the 16th, you can actually order in school with us with no money down. Okay, so that is a possibility for you. If you need to, you can order whatever you need for graduation that day with no money down. They do recommend that you put some kind of deposit down, and then we'll send you out billings where you can pay them online. You can call them in or you can mail them in. And that's all explained on a flyer that was inside the packet that your son or daughter brought home. There's 2 order forms inside that package also. There's the Lions package, which is done on a yellow sheet of paper. It's also available online. And then there's this one is where we have all the packages up front. And then if you need to order individually, you can do so on the back side of that page. At the very bottom in step 3 on line 31 is where you can order the cap and gown only. I know this is a lot of information, but if your son or daughter's brought home the package, you can actually go through it, and I think it'll make a lot of sense to you. The nice thing is that you can, on the 16th, order with no money down. And the reason I allow that mostly, because a lot of people over the years, I've just heard people say we didn't have the money to order, et cetera, at the time that we're here. The reason I allowed, because some of this stuff is custom. Some of these items are custom, especially the graduation announcements, which I have here. We've got the lion on the inside, got the paw prints to hold your son or daughter's name cards on the inside, the date, time, and place, the class model is all printed in here. This item, Jostens prints only once, parents and students. So when we're at the school on the 16th, there's actually a mail-in deadline and a online deadline of November 30th. So if you don't make the 16th, you do have it the 30th, but you'd have to mail it in to us or go online and order it. After that point, Jostens knows exactly how many of these announcements to print for St. Helens High School, the class of 2022. And at that time, they'll go to print. They'll print that number of announcements and no more. So if you decide in January, February, March, or April that you want these, we cannot go back and print those. It's a one-time printing for those. It's the same thing with the stove for graduation. And I don't want to sound like we're mean or anything like that, but it's just realistic in printing and manufacturing world, especially with COVID. It's even a little bit worse nowadays, getting things through the plant and out in a timely manner. So it's very important that you place your order in the timeline that we've given you, please, so we can make sure that everything's here for you to help celebrate your son or daughter's graduation. Any questions for me?
There are a couple of things in the chat. One, Stacy Mendoza is joining us. She's our public relations person for our school district, and she's noticing that in some of the branding on the website, St. Helens is spelled two different ways. Spelling
Okay.
Saint and Helens or St. Helens. And Stacy, you may want to just give us a little insight as to how it really should be from the preference standpoint.
I've noticed that too, that there's Saint is spelled out in some cases and ST in others. So how would the school like us to have it on, so I can coordinate that with our IT department?
It should be st.helens.
Okay. I will email them either tonight or tomorrow and have them make sure that all the different websites are coordinate with this, the ST Helens. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Another question was, it says virtual academy students do not have paper copies, so I'm assuming that everything can be ordered online. Can we have it shipped to our home address for those students or who do not attend in person at the high school?
So I'm pretty sure that Miss Ross grabbed a stack of the Jostens order forms to take over and drop off at Plymouth. So I don't know the answer about having them mailed, but I do know that you can pick up packets at Plymouth High School. I think she was going to try and get over there tomorrow with them.
Yeah. But everything
Yes.
can be ordered online, right, David?
Yes, it can, yes. The apparel items would ship directly to them. Now, the announcements and cap and gown would come to the school though, St. Helens High School, for us to do a delivery there. Yeah, normally caps and gowns are hardly ever shipped to a student's home.
Okay. So we may need to coordinate with Plymouth and to maybe get any caps and gowns after the 16th that are virtual academy students over to them so they can distribute those.
And for delivery in the spring, we can, if we can, from our list of who has ordered, if we know who is at the Plymouth High School, we can actually separate those out and take those over to Plymouth High School to be distributed too, if that works for everybody.
Is there a place within the Jostens ordering system, like online, where they can indicate that they're SHVA students?
No, there's not.
Okay.
That's not set up that way, no.
Okay.
We'd have to build a completely different account, what we'd call an account where they'd go in and order. And then we'd have to set it up where there's an announcement. We'd have to move over the announcement design,
Okay.
date, time, and place, and everything also.
We can make that work. We can pull a senior list from Plymouth and.
Okay.
I have that.
I keep saying Plymouth, but it's Virtual Academy.
Yeah, I have that list too of virtual seniors.
Okay, so it's called virtual instead of Plymouth, right?
Well, so there is Plymouth High School, but
Okay.
there's also St. Helens Virtual Academy. Plymouth High School is its own high school. The Virtual Academy is our St. Helens High School students that are working from home.
Okay, understand. Okay.
It's very confusing. Okay.
So question, will Plymouth High School be marching in the St. Helens High School
No,
graduation?
they're doing their own ceremony from what I understand.
Okay.
Any other questions for David? I hope I answered all the ones in the chat. Oh, I'm seeing one more message pop up. Okay. For the parents that joined us late, one more time, I do want to share the website with the information on it for graduation information. So I'm going to share my screen one more time, just in case you missed it. But this is our graduation page. It is under the activities page of the St. Helens High School webpage. So if you actually go to the St. Helens High School page and click activities, you will see multiple drop-down menus up at the top, and there's graduation 2022. I'm going to drop that in the chat one more time for those parents who weren't here so that you have that and can bookmark it. And like I said, our graduation timeline should be ready here shortly. We're working on all of the events that we need to work on. Our committee actually just met yesterday to start ironing things out. Just so you know, we are back to a traditional graduation. So the normal graduation out in at our football field on a Friday evening, like we have always done in the past, and bringing back all of the in-person events at this time. So rest assured that things are returning back to normal. All right. Any additional questions? Awesome. Anything else from David or Krissa?
I have nothing to add.
Nope, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We really appreciate it. Have a good
All right.
night.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Thank you.